Hey everyone. Oh wow. Oh sheesh. Oh wow, 50 people already. It's I know it's late for a lot of you, but for me it's like noon. It's 2 p.m. Thank you if you're like staying up, but also it's if you're a student or work. Well, if you work, you're an adult, so like do whatever you want with your with your sleep. But if you're a student, please don't stay too long. Just go to sleep. So I mean, I wonder if some of you have already seen this piece because this is my second attempt at trying to live drawing sessions. The first time around, there was a lot of like Wi-Fi and laggy issues. I also had an older laptop back then. Um, come to Brazil. I have yet to go to Brazil. I've been to other Latin American countries. Um, but yeah, so it's like obviously based off their school sonas, right? A knight and a prince, and I actually have the background ready already. Oh, there's also this. Hold on, wait, where's Harumi's chair? He's on a chair. He's just not floating. Where did it go? I can't remember. Wait, when? Maybe somewhere on here. What did I do with it? Well, no matter. We'll figure that out later. Um, because for now, I want to finish the line art that I started. I'm actually thinking if I should do it from scratch because it's I don't like it as much. I mean, it also feels like stiff. I don't know. So I'm thinking of maybe going like doing it from scratch. Is there gonna be merch soon? I mean, there's already merch on Redbubble, but yeah, I'm thinking of updating it soon, very soon, and that actually comes into like it has to do with the reason I'm trying to finish this piece. Because I'm gonna be at a local con in my country. For those that don't know, I live in Ecuador. I'm Ecuadorian, and there's gonna be a con, the biggest one actually. So, humble brag. So I wanted to have merch ready to like produce stuff I don't usually get to produce because on Redbubble there's like limited options and it's it's like a third party, so I don't make much from it. So at this con, I want to like I also want to reach out to more readers, like make my work known to local demographics. Um, because I like most of my demographic is, I think, English speaking in the US, in Europe. And I'm barely like, I'm just a newcomer in the industry in my country. So it's like, no one knows what I do. And that's like a perfect opportunity to like market myself and let people know here about our work home. Yeah, I hope it gets translated to Spanish too. Like it should do well enough that it gets translated to other languages. So yeah, I'm gonna be at this con and I wanna market myself and I wanna sell merch there that I don't get to sell through Redbubble. So that's going to be exclusive merch for like the con. I know it's like 1% of my readers that are going to have access to that merch, but I'll make it available on Redbubble later. Like what is like at least what applies to Redbubble, right? Like because there's going to be like I'm going to make acrylic keychains and stuff with like holographic effects and stuff. So I can't do that through Redbubble, but at least I'll have like the files available, if you will, for like normal printing. Yeah. So I want to finish this piece to be able to like sell it at the con. Will we ever get a Harumi point of view during this season? No. the Hanami point of view is reserved for season 2. If there's a season 2, I mean, there's going to be a season 2, but it depends on if like it gets greenlit by Webtoon or not. I think I do think it might get greenlit. I don't know. But yeah, let's get started. Someone asked, how do you join the Discord server? There's a Discord server, but it's not an official Discord server. So, like I don't have, and I'm not on it, so I don't have access or like links to it. But there's a lot of people online, like readers, that are always sharing the link to join. So that's like look around on Twitter, and you should be able to find someone that can help you with a link. But I'm not the person to approach, I guess. Like I'm not on it. It's not an official. Like I didn't make it. It's like by fans for fans. So there's that. Do you think you'll make an official Discord at some point? No, I don't think so. I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to Discord. Like it's too much of a hassle, I think, to understand, and like just thinking about it overwhelms me. Like having to think of like choosing mods. I don't know. It's a lot. It's too much. See, I don't like it much. Hold on. What do I do with this? Okay, let's focus on the face first. Like, it's too harsh, I think, the lines. But then again, it's a big piece, so, like, it needs bolder line art, I think. Yeah, okay. Harumi is so pretty. Yeah. I try to make him justice. It's kind of funny looking back on the canvas version, which I don't hate, honestly. I don't look back badly on my old art. But I didn't make my voice justice back then. Do you have any Hanami Shreishi headcanons? Are they headcanons? Are they just canon? Since I'm the creator. Well, yeah, I have a lot of info about them that you guys still don't know, but you'll find out eventually in story. I have a theory about Harumi. I love to see theories. Obviously. Oh, there's the seed. I was like, where the heck did I put it? The throne thing, because I had already made the line art for it, because it's like tedious. So I did it ahead of time. There it is. All right. It doesn't look like he's floating on air. How are we gonna do the shoulder pad thingies? I hate when I sketch something and like I make it a problem for future me. It's like, I don't know about the details here, but I'll figure it out. And I do the line art. And then it's like, what the sigma did I do here? I'm trying to be hip and cool because I'm 27, so I mean I'm technically Gen Z, but older Gen Z. Oh wait, that doesn't go there. That's his thumb. I didn't line art his thumb last time. Okay. What drawing up do you use Clip Studio Paint? My beloved. It's just so good for Webtoon work in general, because you can like do so much, not only with like effects and backgrounds and rulers, and like there's a lot of tools that make the job easier. But also like the export options are great also. Like back in the day you had to go to like third-party pages to like crop, if you didn't have Photoshop, of course. Even then it was difficult on Photoshop, I think. I never used Photoshop, but from what I've heard, you had to like wait, I'm gonna use this. You used to have to like export your Webtoon as a one big file and then go to like a third-party page to like crop it, because you have to upload it in pieces to the server. So would I get jumped if I said one of my favorite characters is Daiki? Maybe by the audience. Let's ask the audience. because I'm aware that most people hate him, and I mean, for a valid reason. But he's one of my favorite characters too. Like, I don't like him as a person, but I popped off with his writing. Like, I like him a lot as a character and like his motivations, and we're still so far off from that. But I can't wait for you guys to see a lot more about Daiki. Like, you can still hate him. You're so free to hate him. I can see how you can hate him, but um, yeah, I'm like, at least the author is on your side. I hate him as a person, but like he's one of my favorite characters. I think about him more than I should, maybe. Like sometimes when I've been thinking too much about Aki and Harumi and I get bored. Because yeah, you can get bored from like, especially when you've had the story for so long and you already have like details and stuff down. Like you don't have to think of new stuff. You divert to other characters, and like he's like my go-to, along with another character that I'm not gonna spoil. But what is Harumi's favorite dessert? If he even likes sweets at all, he loves sweets. I mean, I thought I made it obvious with like, especially in the canvas version, he's always having a little snack. But at least in the originals version, he's always like drinking something sweet, like a juice or a milk. So yeah, he has a massive sweet tooth. Also, he grew up in America, so sugar everywhere. I don't know if he has a favorite dessert, but like he's the type to like, and I answered this ages ago, and I still remember it. He's the type that when he orders an ice cream, he orders like 3 different flavors, and it's like 3 outrageous flavors. You know, like Oreo fudge, chocolate chip, cookie dough. I don't know, radioactive raspberry. You know, like really strong stuff. Agi, on the other hand, doesn't like stuff that is too sweet. Like, he's a carnivore, but that came out of nowhere. Like, he loves eating, you know, yakiniku. If you will, if you want to get, like, what's the word? Gendered, like, manly foods. Because they're, like, very, what's the word? Like, feeling, and he also does the sports. Well, not anymore, but you know, he's like a growing boy. Like he's the type of teen boy that eats like a lot. He can't eat a lot all the time because like there are a lot of people in his family, so it's like a lot of food is a lot of money. But he likes to eat a lot. Can you speak Spanish? I'm from El Salvador. Sure. Es mi idioma materno. Pero cada vez que me dicen, ay, habla español, no sé qué decir. Como que me trabo. But anyway. Hola, El Salvador. A todos los que sean de Latinoamérica que tienen español. Hola. What are Aki and Harumi scared of? That's a good question. I mean, I know this because I've been asked about it too. But Harumi is definitely like scared of bugs. He's not the type to like squeal or like you know, like he's terrified of them. Will they kiss? The quintessential question that I get everywhere. I'm not answering that. You have to find out. When did you get the idea to make the webtoon? In 2017, when I was living alone, because of uni, because of college. It was a really hard time for me, 2017. And I was staying in a really shitty place. So, like, my breathers, like, my favorite time of the day where I felt good was like in the shower. Like I would think a lot and think about characters, like whether it's my favorite media at the time or OCs, because I've had OCs before I walk home. And then I just had the idea also because at the time I was really big. I mean, I still am. Um, Eve, fanboy, Eve, the singer, the Jujutsu Kaisen opening singer. I know I've known him since before he blew up. Okay, before Jujutsu Kaisen, and he dropped a song called "Anoko Secret," and there's a phrase in that song that goes, "We met on our way back home. It can't be a coincidence. I have to do something like that." And I was like, "Oh," and like I already had like an idea for like senpai archetype characters ironically falling in love with each other, like two popular guys that everyone like liked, and but it would be funny that they fell in love with each other instead. Like I already had that idea kinda, and then Anoko Secret dropped, and then I was like, oh, I like this vibe because the music video is also like cute, and looking back, like retroactively, it became like very Arrow home coded. So yeah, that's kind of how it started in 2017. And I remember being in the shower, like, huh. That's when I had like the first ideas. Are we gonna know more about Yamamoto and Ueno? Yes, you will. Plus, I love them. I love them so much. So yes, I have a lot planned for them. What other Utaite do you like? Are you asking me because I'm listening to Mei-chan right now? Mei-chan is my favorite. Then there's also Miyashita Yu. I would say Miyashita Yu and Mei-chan share first place. I love both so much. I'm also like old school Utaite. I haven't listened to them in a while, but like they were big for me back in the day. I was obsessed with Soramafu, Soraru, and Mafu Mafu. I still love Mafu Mafu. But I haven't been listening much of his music in recent years. Wait, this is more. I also like Amatsuki, Naruse. I love Ara Narume, the unit of Araki and Naruse and Mei-chan. They're so funny also. So I love Naruse also and Araki. Who else? Well, I was also like a big Shoes fanboy back in the day. I don't know what he's been up to recently. He actually recently, like, I do know this because I asked the same thing not long ago, like, oh, what has he been up to? And my friend looked him up and was like, hey, he redid a cover of A and Hanabi, and I was like, no freaking way, that was like one of my favorite covers of his back then, and it's so good. But yeah, I think currently Mei-chan, Miyashita-yu, Naruse. Oh, there's a lot of questions. Hold on. Is that a haiku jacket? Yes, it is. I used to draw myself, like my Sona, a lot with it. So I figured it was appropriate to use it. No, I'm not spoiling anything. Why is everyone asking to be spoiled? I'm not. You guys have to suffer. So Aki and his relationship with his brother, I can talk about that. Because it's been already kind of touched upon in story. So this was already mentioned and like very explicitly. He's like Aki's main caregiver. Back in the day, like I get a lot of comments, asking like, oh, their parents seem so nice and this and that. Like, I wonder why the brother is his main caretaker. Well, the family has a backstory. I'm not gonna go into the details, obviously, but things were different. And the reason they act like normal now is precisely because of the stability that Taiki has given them. So Aki is like feels indebted to his brother. And also loves him, honestly. Like he beyond feeling indebted, he genuinely loves his brother a lot. Um, and it's like a model for him of like what life is supposed to be. You know, the first if you hadn't connected the dots, but I figured that by now, yes, because actually a lot of my readers are very smart and pick up on things. But the monologue that Aki does in episode 1 is pretty much what Taiki taught him. You know, like there's a right path in life to do things properly. There's a way to do things properly, and that's like the way to go. Otherwise, your life will be either chaos or failure. And like he has two examples: his family and his brother. And his brother is like the example of what life is supposed to be, and his family is like the bad example. Like, oh yeah, I don't want to end up like them, right? He doesn't hate his family, more like he resents them. But I gotta admit, it's kind of like a divorced parents situation. But instead of like a divorced parents, it's a family and an estranged family member. So definitely many of the negative feelings that Aki has for his family come from his brother's influence, right? Like basically he was made to pick a side in a way. Again, like divorced parents, and he's on his brother's side. So yeah, he loves his brother, and his brother loves him. Don't get it wrong, right? Um, the way Daiki behaves and acts around Aki, like not to justify it because it's wrong, and he's doing a lot of damage, but it's because he worries about Aki. He loves Aki. He's not gonna admit it, and in a way, he knows that Aki knows, but it's like it's like playing hard to get, right? Like he gives Aki crumbs of attention and affection, but he himself wants Aki's love and affection, if you will. That's as far as I'll go. The rest you have to like see yourself, because there is like a very specific reason also why Daiki is like cruel to Aki here and there. Because like sure he could be strict, just as strict, but no, he's also cruel. And like there's a very specific reason, but yeah, that's also part of the story, and you'll see in due time. All right, what else? How do you say the boys' full names? I don't know how to pronounce it. All right, so Aki Shiraishi Akihiko. Did my best Japanese pronunciation then there. And Harumi is Kurose Harumi. Shiraishi Akihiko to Kurose Harumi. What are the boys' sexualities? That's kind of also a point of the story, so you have to like keep going with the story to to find out, because they're also finding out. They'll also be finding out in a way. So it's like one of the points in the story. Eventually, like it's gonna be a slow burn. Talks of sexuality won't be around, won't come up until like the start of season 2. How many seasons do you think it's going to have? It's going to have 3. Like that's definite. Like 1 season per school year. Like they're 3 years of high school. Is Harumi's backstory gonna be as bad as I'm anticipating it to be? So I'm guessing this comes from the fact that I based him off Arima from Boy Meets Maria, and I didn't. By the way, I didn't. I read Boy Meets Maria like way later. Like I said earlier, I came up with the story in 2017. I read Boy Meets Maria in 2020 or 2021. So like Harumi was long established before Animayu, but like when I read it, I was like, oh, this is really similar to what I have in mind for Harumi. Um, so I'm gonna use it like as a reference, like as a okay. So when I get to it, when I get to explain more about Harumi, I can use like how it is shown in Boy Meets Maria, like as an reference, like as an example. You know, like how there's art reference, like a pose or an art style. You also do that with like narrative, right? I like to do that a lot. Like use already existing media as points of reference for what I have in mind. Oh right, like to finish us answering the question, like it's not going to be as bad as Anima's backstory, right? Harumi is gonna has his share of trauma, if you will, but it's not that. If you know, you know. It's not that, all right. It's I guess in that branch, but it's not that. All right. Are we gonna see Harumi's parents one day? Yes, you will. At the start of season 2, if there's a season 2. Wait, what the heck did I do here? Could you please explain how you started? Wait, how you started the whole Webtoon posting thing and everything? Well, I started on Webtoon Canvas, like self-publishing the story on Webtoon Canvas. Which, if you don't know, like there's Webtoon Originals, there's Webtoon Canvas, and Webtoon Canvas anyone can upload. So that's how I started in 2019, and then like it's a journey. It's been a freaking journey. In between hiatus, I was like, okay, it's like taking me too long to finish the story. I already gave up on the idea of being like recruited for Webtoon Originals. But it happened in like early 2021, kinda, when I first got contacted, and then it's a pitching process because you get like contacted. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose anything NDA, but you basically get contacted by an editor that saw your story and is interested in it, and you have to like build a pitch with them and like sample episodes to like then show to the rest of the team, and the rest of the team is like votes on like whether to green light it or not. And that was for me a really long process. Like the Webtoon team really took its time. So I was contacted in I think April 2021, and I signed the contract in December 2021, and which is also when I announced it. So like that's 6 months of like waiting and back and forth with the Webtoon team. And then yeah, you just work with your editor on a couple of episodes, and then when you're ready to launch, you're ready to launch, and that's how it goes. Do you do everything by yourself? No, not anymore. Like the writing and like yeah, the story is like 100% mine, and the storyboarding. But now I have assistants for line art and coloring. Which will also actually, like, let's take this time to talk about why I go on pauses, alright? Like, yeah, I have assistants. But it's on me, like the pauses, right? I've learned to embrace that as part of my creative process. Like, I run out of drawing juice fast. And that's okay. It should be okay. I wish I could produce episodes, like publish episodes every 2 weeks so that like, there's like more buffer. But you know, it's not like I already talked about it with my editor recently. Like, like how open would you be to, you know, making this bi-weekly publishing schedule, like the first one on the Webtoon platform? And she was like, well, yeah, no, that can't happen. That's like a big no. Like, there's no precedent for that. So sorry, but no. It's like, well, at least I tried. But yeah, I do get hope. Hope, yeah. I do get help with line art and coloring, and it's still not enough because it's part of my process. I don't know. Like, I've also become like I've been touching a lot of grass, and I like touching grass, and it's made a difference in my mental health. So I'm not sacrificing that anymore. All right. So put up with it. I want to know more about Chinatsu and Mafuyu. Um, what do I say without spoiling? They're both Higasa students, and so they'll be interacting with Harumi mainly. All right. So like how there's Insuisha, Aki, and Yamamoto and Mari, and I already said I have a lot in mind for Yamamoto and Mari. Well, that's the Suisha trio. All right. Then there's the Higasa trio. All right. That's as far as all. That's all I'll say. Why did you make Harumi so pretty? I love pretty boys. I love Bishonen. I love twinks. I don't know what to tell you. It's like they're my muses. I love drawing pretty boys. So if you have access to the Fast Pass episodes, I'm not telling you to share the whole freaking thing, like pirating it for others. Like I'm not saying that, but use it as a profile picture, like stuff from there, or like edits here and there where it's like a couple of panels and it's not like a spoiler for everyone else. Like think of your community first, all right? But yeah, that should be okay. Who's easier for you to draw, Harumi or Aki? Harumi. Aki is my problem child, ironically. I feel like Daiki sometimes when I'm drawing him because he frustrates me so much. Like, why are you not cooperating? Why are you not drawing? Like, the drawing is not drawing, and it's always Aki. Does Harumi ever occasionally forget words in Japanese? Or is he, like, fully fluent? I would say he's fully fluent, but he has his moments here and there. Thing is, and I haven't mentioned this in story yet, and it's not a spoiler, to be honest, so I'm gonna just say it, but Harumi's dad works as a translator, like English-Japanese translator. So he's always been on Harumi's butt about Japanese and English. Like, he's been really strict about Harumi learning both very well, more than well. So, like, I think Harumi is, like, very comfortable with Japanese, like, extremely. Otherwise, his dad would kill him. Will you ever be at cons? Like, ever? I mean, I will be at one, but in my country in October. In the United States or anywhere else, I don't know. I mean, I wish. But I don't know how that would go. Like, I don't know where I would even start planning for that. Will we see more Ono and Furuta? Yeah. Not as much as Yamamoto and Ueno, but you will see more of them. Like, I'm still, like, on the fence about it, but I'm thinking of, like, a Ono and Furuta specific, like an episode about them. Way down the line. Like, I have an idea of where it might be placed story-wise. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Jay, my friend ships Ono and his best friend. What is your word? Ship them. It's fine. Like, I mean, I was asked about this, I think. Oh, no, actually, I wasn't. A friend asked me, personally. Like, if I saw Ono and Furuta, like, as a ship, and if they had, like, attention there, like, as romantic tension. And no, I've never thought about it. I mean, I'm not against it whatsoever. Like, I see it. Like, I read an Ono and Furuta fic by Janice, the goat of our confics. And I really liked it. Like, I love the interpretation of them as a ship. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever, like, make them a pairing. Sorry if that's, like, heartbreaking. But going back to, like, what I said of making, like, an Ono and Furuta specific episode, it would still be fruity. Like, not because of Ono and Furuta, but because of one of them. Alright, I don't wanna... Like, that's still so far off also, so I don't even feel like you would apply when we get to it. But like, yeah, one of them is not totally straight, if you will. But yeah, I feel like Ono will flirt with him as a joke. They both flirt with each other as a joke. You know, there's this audio from TikTok. I mean, not from TikTok. I mean, it's on TikTok and it's viral on TikTok here and there from time to time. But do you know, guys, know the Basement Yard? It's like one of my favorite podcasts. They're so funny. That's exactly how I imagine Ono and Fruta's friendship. And you know the audio that is like, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Don't say what you're about to say. But you're not my type. You're not my type either, bitch. Yeah, that's Ono and Furuta. That's how I see them. How many episodes do you think season one will have? I don't think. I know. I mean, at least an approximate, like a very close approximate, is like 60. Yeah, 60 something. It's like we're still so far off, and it doesn't help that I go on pluses and stuff. But whatever. Season one will definitely be like 60 something episodes, which is like a standard for a season one episode count. Actually, I think I'm a little bit over it. Like, I think the average is between 57, 60 something. I think I'm on the late 60s, like 67. But it's good. Like, that's fair. Man, this is such a pain. I don't want to ink every single stud in his boot. Akemi best big sis. Yes, I think so. She was a bit mean as a teen, but it's understandable. Why was she mean as a teen? Well, um, again, avoiding spoilers, but we already know, from an episode that house life in the Shiraishi home was like home life in the Shiraishi house was difficult long ago. So like that's not a very good like how else would she turn out, right? Like she was a difficult child. She was a delinquent since middle school, from middle school to high school. She also like hated her parents. So yeah, she started softening up around late high school because Aki was just so cute. Just kidding. But yeah, basically she opened up more to Aki like in her late high school years. But she was troubled. Si Aki y Harumi fueran tercermundistas, ¿qué nombres les pondrías? That's crazy. That's a crazy question. No, I'm not even. I mean, Harumi will definitely have how do you say this? Like, it depends on the country you're from in Latin America. A fresa name, like a cheto, un nombre cheto, un nombre fresa, un nombre aniñado. Like, I don't know. What was your first character in our world home that you made? Hanami was the first. And he's stayed the same ever since, honestly. I didn't change his design whatsoever. Like, I think I added the ahoge, the, like, hair thingy that he has sticking out, but otherwise he's stayed virtually the same. How old is Aki? Well, they're both. Well, actually, that was answered, like, very specifically, too, in episode 21, I think. They're in their first year of Japanese high school, so when they started school in April, they were both 15. Harumi is already 16 because his birthday is in May. And Aki is still 15 because his birthday is in October. So, what inspired you while making characters? Design wise, different things. I actually got, see how it's sticking up? It looks good. Those are the inspirations for my boys. So I literally I can take it literally from anywhere. Um, in when it comes to design for Aki, I literally just use these guys here. Like not exactly, but same vibe. Um, and well, for Harumi, it's Eve. If the boys were animals, what would they be? A cat and a rabbit. If you look at the art I made for like the Webtoon challenge thing, where it was like a crossover. Oh yeah, going back to Webtoon talk. Blades of Fury is really good. Blades of Fury is really freaking good. I hadn't read it in a while also, but for the Webtoon crossover challenge thingy, I did draw them as furries. I can hear me. Um, and they will be a cat and a rabbit, either as furries or as animals. What are their MBTI? Aki's ENFJ and Harumi's EN. Oh shoot! What was it? I forgot. The Explorer. I think. I'm pretty sure Aki's ENFJ. How tall are they both? They're pretty tall. They're the same height at the moment. Aki will grow taller. They're both one. Well, there's a 1 centimeter difference that pisses Harumi off, obviously, and difference will get bigger with time, and it's going to piss him off even more. But at the moment, they're 171 and 172, or 172 and 173. I can't remember exactly. But at the moment, there's a 1 centimeter difference. Are we gonna see more drama? Yes, sir. A lot of drama in store. I try to make it not so, like, I don't know, soap opera-y. But yeah, there's a lot of drama coming up. We're mostly safe in season 1. Season 2 onwards is a bit of a... Yeah, it's a lot. Will they like Taylor Swift? Do not ask me something like that ever. Just kidding. I don't like Taylor Swift, so I'm definitely biased. You guys can definitely hit canon. But yeah, I don't like her, so... How do we have an American accent? Yeah. Very standard though. Like he lived in Massachusetts, but he doesn't have like a strong Massachusetts accent. Some people around him do though. So maybe there's some stuff that like naturally comes to him in a Bostonian accent. How deep would Harumi's voice be? Pretty deep. Mostly nasal. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Instagram, like some time ago. At least with the canvas art, I made like a fan casting thingy where like I used clips from voice actors I liked for Aki and Harumi. To like show how they would sound. And like my go-to for Harumi is Uchiyama Koki. Uchi. Like this is how Harumi would sound like. Wait. What? There we go. Oh, actually, hold on. There we go.
イライラすんだよ。 無駄に熱いやつって。単細胞はいいよね。どこでも寝られてさ。なんか、腹立つ。気持ち悪い。お前は嫌なやつだけど、お前の気持ちは少しはわかるからな。クラスの大体のことはわかる。
Right? So that's Harumi. And this is Aki. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one.
ちょっと持たせてくれないかな。バカなこと聞いちゃった。
Snojima Kenji.
ああ、す
So I've
ご
been
い。
considering
本当
Hatanaka Tasuku as
じゃ
well.
あ一緒にいていいんだね。会いたいって言ってるって聞いて嬉しかったよ。Nice to meet you. なんだよいきなり。いないよそんなの。そういう君こそどうなんだよ。
He sounds like Danjiro a bit. No, he doesn't. That's Hanae Natsuki, the icon that he...
醤油とからしとネギを入れて粘り気が出るまでよーくかき混ぜる。
Yeah, it's AG from Banana Fish. All the clips are from Banana Fish, I'm sorry. For
食べる。
triggering trauma.
うまい。
A trauma response.
からかうなよ。なんなん。
So that's like the voice claims I have for them. For Aki, I have also considered Hatanaka Tasuku, who is Reki's voice from Skate. You're like, that's like too lively for Aki, I guess. But he has roles that like fit Aki. They're more obscure, though, so I don't have like samples at hand. But like he would also be a really good Aki. Aki sounds like Tamaki from Online High School Hospital. Don't even try to gaslight me. I'm a voice actor enthusiast. He does not sound like Miyano Mamoru. He does not. Don't, what's the word? Don't test me. I know my stuff. There's no way he sounds like Miyano Mamoru. Nojima Kenji sounds nothing like Miyano Mamoru. Are there any side characters who have a different nationality than Japan? Yep. There's one in like the main cast that like gets revealed that he's also like mixed. But there's also like characters in the future that, you know, Naomi. I mean, you don't know her yet, but you've seen her in doodles. At least not all of you, but I know that some of you have because she's gotten fan art. But yeah, she's a Black American with Japanese. Like, wait, am I doing this right? Am I just okay? I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Janus says, tell him Harui is Haruhi Fujioka coded. Is he? I mean, I think Haruhi Fujioka is like goals character-wise for Harumi, because I think Haruhi is like very secure in her whole gender thing. Harumi is not. Harumi is self-conscious. Thoughts on Given? I watched it recently, actually, like earlier this year. Finally, because I actually, for research purposes, for reference for something in our home. So I watched it earlier this year. I liked it. I think Uenoyama and Mafuyu's relationship is really good. But I do not like the other two, Akihiko and Haruki. Which, yeah, the irony is not lost on me about their names. I've gotten the question before, right? Like, did you name them like that because of like of the given characters? And it's, no, it's like it's a standard spring and fall name pairing. So, but yeah, I don't like them like as a ship. I love Haruki. Um, he deserves better, respectfully. Does Aki still play guitar? I really want to know this. I mean, that's, I guess, kind of a spoilery, but I think it's already, like, pretty accepted among you all. Like, the theory about him and, like, the guitar, that he used to play the guitar. So, like, yes, I'm gonna say it here officially. Yes, he used to play the guitar. He's currently not playing the guitar because his brother shamed him into not playing the guitar, so he's not playing the guitar at the moment. Have you seen Sasaki and Miyano? Girl, girl, have I seen Sasaki and Miyano? Have I seen Sasaki and Miyano? I haven't read the manga yet, because reading manga is such a pain for me nowadays. But yes, I have. I love them. I actually finished, like yesterday, I did a lot of fan art, like chibis. Actually, screw it. I'm gonna show you, because I really like them. Because I'm preparing merch for the con thing I'm gonna be at. And I said, well, I'm gonna do Sasamiya stuff, because like yesterday I did more fan art than I have in like 5 years together. Those are Sasa Amiyano thingies I did yesterday. I love them. I actually rewatched episodes while I was drawing that. And like, I love them so much. They hurt my heart. They make me feel miserably single. Do the characters have favorite shows? I haven't thought about shows, but movies definitely. And I've joked about this a lot. But I'm 100% serious when I say that Aki's favorite movie is Frozen, like from Disney. Because he like sees parallels between Anna and his sister, like Anna and Elsa, and him and his brother, and like it makes him emotional. Like he sees Anna, and it's the Chainsaw Man meme. Like she's just like me for real. If you're wondering who Kristoff is, it's Yamamoto. If you're into Akiyama, Yamaaki, sure. But otherwise, if we're going with like conventions, like conventional roles, Harumi would be Kristoff. Because he ends up with Anna. And Anna would be Aki, so. You know me and rare pairs. Yes, I do. And it's not, I wouldn't even call Aki and Yamamoto a rare pair. I think it's a very valid ship. Like, sure, Yamamoto has Mari. But one, Mari wouldn't mind. And two, Yamamoto has two hands. So, one for Mari, one for... What the heck? Oh, never mind. That's it. But yeah, it's not canon, but like I see the potential there. What the heck do I keep doing? Wait. Do we get a Christmas episode in our work home? Yes! 2 Christmas episodes in season... Well, technically... Because season 2, I wanted to open with the Christmas episode. And like the climax of season 2 would be in like that year's... Like that same... Okay, so... Currently, the story is set in 2017. Season 2 would take off from Christmas 2017. And on season 2, we'll also see Christmas of 2018. And it's the climax of the season of season 2. How do Akihiko and Harumi act when they're in love? So mind you, I'm going to answer this without, like, I'm not talking about them if they were in a relationship, like in general, right? Like when they have crushes, how they act. So Would be pretty standard. He's very shy already, so he would be like he wouldn't try to approach the person he likes. He would like admire them from afar. And actually, you guys already saw a hint of that. Let's put our thinking caps on. Well, the fast passers at least have seen that already. Like a hint of that. And yeah, he would like his self-esteem would be so low that he would be like, yeah, I have no chances, whatever. So admire from afar. Harumi. So I want to talk about Harumi in love because I feel like it would be spoiler. Like it would be much more fun when you guys find out. Like long story short, with no details, he becomes a mess. Like, and he's like embarrassed about it. He's the type of person that when he realizes he has a crush on someone, he's like, oh god, no, you know. He's like, how do I get rid of this? You know what song I really like for Harumi? That like gets like across like his relationship with love. Won't say I'm in love from Hercules. That's literally Harumi. Looking pretty great. I'm gonna clean stuff up here because it's too sharp. Too much sharp stuff going on. It's an alfajor argentino. I was in Argentina all of August. I think I did mention that on Twitter. But I was actually like pretty offline during August because of that. Because in Argentina I like to like touch grass. So I did that and I brought a lot of alfajores back with me to Ecuador. Oh, the other reason I was wearing a mask, I'm wearing a mask, is because I had, surprisingly, I haven't coughed at all during this live whatsoever, but I've been coughing a lot because I had a really bad flu in Argentina, and I still get cough attacks here and there. And what's been happening, and it's really gross, so I'm sorry for the TMI. It's like I've been projectile coughing snot, and it's like that has never in my life happened to me before. Like it just, and it's awful. It's gross. It's like just in case. Also, I've been wearing the mask. Like God forbid I get a coughing attack. Any advice for someone hoping to become a webtoon artist? Do it for yourself first and foremost. Like I know a lot of artists have like a goal, like an end goal of like either blowing up or becoming a webtoon originals, and those to me are not the right motivations. Because it's a very draining job. Like, it's a lot. A lot. You will question everything about your skills. It's really heavy job. It's a really heavy job. So you will feel demotivated a lot. But it's important to, like, keep going regardless. And when your main motivations are, you know, blowing up or getting something out of it, you're gonna have a terrible time. I know I complain a lot, about being slow in production and publishing and stuff. I'm going on pauses. But I prefer that than like stopping like I'm good as long as I finish the story the way I want to. Like whatever happens from now on, guys, whether I get a second season greenlit or not with Webtoon originals, I'm gonna find a way to keep going with our work home. Like it's something I'm doing for me first and foremost, right? So that's important, I think. What's your favorite Vocaloid? I'm more of an Utau person, but it's been a while. Like ever since I found out about Utaites, I rarely listen to Vocaloid music. This is like one of the exceptions because I haven't found a cover that I like, and I feel like Miku kills it in this song. But yeah, I'm more of a Utau person. Who's your favorite Moriarty the Patriot character? I heard you watch it. Liam. Well, Sherlock as well. Both of them, like as a package, obviously. If I had to choose, I think Liam. Mostly because he's voiced by Saito Soma. So. Will overcome ever change point of views? Yes. It's not going to switch entirely, but we'll see Harumi's point of view in season 2. Oh, actually, even before Harumi, we'll get to see other characters' point of view. I think after Aki, the different point of view that we get at some point is Mari's first. Like, yeah. We're going to see Mari's point of view at one point, shortly. But, yeah, even before Harumi's point of view, we get Mari's and other characters. Harumi's point of view is very important. Very important. So we're not gonna see it for a while. Like it's gonna reveal a lot of things. Will they still be friends if they went to the same school? Love that question, actually. Because I don't think they would. I think it would be different, right? Because they would see each other's facade. Like maybe if they get like to catch a glimpse of like it happened in episode 2, and episode 3. But I think they would be much more biased if they went to the same school. Like Harumi would not stand Aki's ass. Like this guy is too like fake, nice. I think something like that would go down, right? Like they would be more biased, and Aki would be even more scared of Harumi somehow. Haremos un time skip de Aki Harumi. That's something I'm still debating on. If I'm gonna pull off a time skip or not at the end, I don't know. What is Harumi's favorite animal? Cats, but he's mildly allergic to them. Like he's never had a cat. He so wishes he did. But his dad has, like, he's more allergic than him, but like both of them have like a mild allergy to cats. How did you find your art style? I'm struggling to find mine. Well, I don't believe in the concept of finding an art style. An art style just happens naturally. You just do what you want to do, and like I personally never worried about finding an art style. It's just something that develops over time and with like changes in in your interests and aesthetics, and like when you compare. Actually, let's do that because I did redraw that piece for merch purposes. Hold on. Don't look. Those are confidential. Like the way I draw Aki and Harumi now is not the same I did in 2019. Like my art style has changed. Like naturally. It's not something you search for. Like if you like something like an aspect of an art style and you want to apply it, and then it just starts becoming your own, and it starts changing, and that's how it is. Hold on, what is it? This is the OG, right? I did this in what, 2020, 2021. That's how I drew back then. I mean, it's like maybe if you see it, you're like, oh, it's still the same way you draw. But you see how I draw the eyes differently, especially on Aki. Like his face became shorter too. Not to mention Harumi's hair. And here's the side by side with the redraw I did. Hold on. There's the like redrawn version. Right? You see, it's like a natural. Like I didn't force anything. It just happened. There's the side by side. So those Harumi just naturally stick out his tongue in selfies. Yeah. It's something I've tried to hold myself back on. It's like I can't help it. I have to draw him sticking out his tongue. He's just so silly. I don't know. It's like part of his personality. Like for his birthday art, he wasn't originally sticking out his tongue, but then like at the end I caved in and drew the tongue sticking out. It's like it's an issue I have. It's a problem at this point. I feel like maybe he sticks out his tongue because he doesn't know how to smile. Like for pictures. Bro, he's probably self-conscious about it. Would make sense. I feel like Harumi trying to force a smile would look like Kageyama when he tried to smile. He would look creepy. Oh yeah, let's zoom out. That's how it's looking. With the backgrounds. I also have like lightning on for when I'm done. I actually have the painted version of the sketch. If you guys wanna like have a look at how it's supposed to look like at the end. There we go. That's the color test. That's how it's supposed to look at the end with like clean line art, of course. Then that's where I want to get to by the end of the stream at night. I think it's doable because, like I said, I only have to finish the line art. The colors are already picked. The shadows are already defined, like where I'm gonna place them. That's gonna be like the coloring rendering process is gonna go much smoother. Jay, do you ever plan on joining the Discord? No. I want it to be a space for just you guys. Like without my influence. There we go. Doesn't look bad. We are so back, chat. We are so back. All right. Jesus. I don't know what is this. What is this? What did I do here? Are they gonna have a sleepover? Yup. Yup. And fast passers know already. They've seen it. Are there any other cultural differences that will appear between Aki and Harumi? I can't recall from the top of my head. Like, there's going to be no spoilers, of course. There's going to be like a situation. It's gonna be really cute. Where it's like, you know how I said earlier that there's going to be two important Christmas episodes? Well, Christmas has like a completely different connotation in Japan than in the West. Like, for us in the West, Christmas is like, family and religion, whatever. In Japan, it's like a very, very romantic. Since in Japan, there's no like a lot of Catholicism. Christmas was like adapted into something more romantic. And if you don't have special someone, you like usually do something with your friends, a kuripa, which is a Christmas party, like short for Christmas party. So there's going to be a clash of that. So it's like, Aki will misunderstand something. That's what comes like to the top of my head. Maybe I have something else about their cultural differences, but it's not coming to mind right now. There is going to be a sick episode in canon. You just have to wait a bit. Could I use your webtoon as inspo for my own? Depends on what you mean by inspo. Like, definitely, if it inspired you to create your own story, yes. But there's a thin line between that and plagiarism. So, if my webtoon inspired you, I'm super happy. But if inspo for you is, I don't know, like extremely similar or something, then we could have a problem. But can we see all of what you've drawn so far today? I mean, this is what I've drawn so far. What I could do is show you guys for what I did yesterday, which is a bunch of fan art and stuff for the convention I'm going to. I mean, it's a bunch of chibis, so like nothing detailed, but... So for those that weren't here earlier, here's... Wait, where the heck? Right. Okay, so there's a Miyano from Sasaki Miyano. Stop opening the window! And there's them. Because jealous Sasaki, chef's kiss. Oh, oops. I also did some stuff outside of my own fandoms. I don't like Jujutsu Kaisen. I watched until like episode 11. But I really like this guy. Because also he's voiced by Uchi Yamakoki, so... And I like his whole Tuna Mayo thing. He's really cute. So I made a thingy to turn into a sticker. I also drew Giyu from Demon Slayer. I'm an anime only of Demon Slayer, and I really liked his whole thing with the Ohagi and Shinasugawa. That he wants to get closer to Shinasugawa, so he wants to like hand him an ohagi when he sees him. Also Angel Devil, the icon that he is from Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man. I'm reading the manga, and I love Angel. And yeah, and there's this Sasamiya stuff. That's what I did yesterday. Well, I guess I can show you guys this. Because it's not gonna be available as merch for a while. You know how there's hold on. You know how there's a doodle of them in boxes that I did? Like it's a recurring joke I like to make, like of them in boxes. Well, I redrew them like aesthetically, like for stickers and pins and stuff like that. So yeah, my city now. That's what Aki said. So there's Aki. I'm gonna show you Harumi like really fast because there's something there that's not won't help him beat the alligator. Can we see box Harumi again? No, you can't. I've already spoiled you a lot. We were on the boots. What are the boys' hobbies? Harumi is definitely a couch potato, like scrolling on social media, watching stuff on the TV. That's definitely Harumi's hobbies. As for Aki, he has no hobbies at the moment. He's too busy with school. But he'll have hobbies soon. Well, not soon, but he'll have them eventually. Do you have any plot ideas for a webtoon? That's 100% up to you. I can't give that to you. I'm not creative. Well, creativity is like a tool. It's something you sharpen. It's something that can be practiced and acquired. If you're not born creative, you can teach yourself to be creative. Like, I don't consider myself creative, actually. But it's like, I don't know, I just keep trying and doing stuff. And I guess maybe I am creative now because like I kept practicing creativity or something. I don't know how to explain it. Coke or Pepsi? Both, to be honest. I'm not a Coke or Pepsi guy. Like, I can drink it. It's been very recently that I started to appreciate Coke. But, because, like, I didn't like it as a child, you know? It's only been recently that I enjoyed drinking it. But it's not my favorite, like, Coke or Pepsi are not my favorite sodas by a long shot. I like orange sodas. Fanta, if you're familiar with it, is my favorite. And then there's a local one, a local brand from my country, Ecuador, that is called Fioravanti, and they have strawberry and apple flavor, and both are so good. Oh, Inca Cola is also really good. My Latinos will also know, especially my close Latinos like Peruvians and Colombians. Inca Cola is really good. It's like supposed to be like vanilla or something. I never really knew what the flavor of Inca Cola is, but it's also really freaking good. I also enjoy Sprite. I enjoy all these sodas before Pepsi or Coke. Like, Pepsi or Coke are like our last resort for me. Low key. Which one do you like more? Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers? Friends to lovers. On top. I do enjoy enemies to lovers. But friends to lovers just speak to me. Like, all my favorite ships are friends to lovers. Almost all of them. Most of them. Harumi drink water, or like he'd be more into soda. I'm never drinking water. He absolutely would be the type to drink soda and juice and stuff like that. Like, he hates water because it's so plain. Definitely what Harumi would be like. Wait, that's his hand. So, wait. Right, alright. Harumi is really unhealthy, you guys. He doesn't sleep well, he doesn't eat well, he's not physically active. Do you have some type of self-insert in our work home? I mean, all my characters are low-key self-insert. Like, I can't have me have things from me. I think my most self-insert out of the two is Aki. But I definitely think that, like, what makes the difference, like, I'm not Aki 100% because I'm like 60% Aki or 70 and 40% Harumi. So yeah, I think most of my characters are self-inserts one way or another. Mari is like my brainrot character, like me when I have brainrot. Jay, can I make brainrot memes with your face in it, or just our home characters? Just the characters, please. Just stick to the characters. I don't mind showing my face and stuff. But you know, I prefer you guys make it about the characters rather than about me. Will we ever see a scene where Aki is angry? Yes. Yes, you will. It's going to be a while until then, but if they had a cat, what would be its name? I actually do have a plan for a cat down the line in the story. And I doodled it before. I mean, not in the current day, but I have like doodles from before I started publishing our work home, from like of me drawing, not of me. I mean, I drew Harumi with a cat because I figured that Harumi would have a cat eventually. I don't know where I have it. Harumi would have a cat eventually, and he would not get along with the cat. Like, they would, like, he would love the cat, but the cat would not give the same energy back. So, like, that's the original doodle. I remember I did it in 2018, during class, like, during college. So that's, like, when I first had the idea of Harumi with a cat, and they would not get along. So that's how it started. There's also another Harumi doodle from the same paper there. I don't know still what I'm gonna do exactly, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. So it's like a disc here. It's rough looking because I just want to get the shape right first. Alright, so please excuse that it's wonky. It's very bad. Yeah, I don't hate it, but oh yeah, I like that. I do like that. All right. So the same here, but since it's from another angle, and then it's like something like that, mayhaps. Yeah. Yeah. We figured out. Get up of it, and then What are their types in a person? I feel like that's a bit spoilery, isn't it? Like, email, baby. Someone calling Harumi ugly? Tragic. I mean, I can see it. I mean, he's really pretty to me and to many of you, but I can see how like the whole mushroom hair might be weird to some people. I like it personally, but he's cute. My boy's pretty. Okay, so we have an issue there, but hold on. That is too rough, also. What's the angle? Harumi gives me so much gender envy. Good. Good. I love gender envy characters. You know who my biggest gender envy character is? Like the character that most gender envy gives me? Leo from Promare. Ugh. I want his gender so bad. Leo from Promare gives me massive gender envy. Leo Fotia. Can I see how far you've gone with the drawing? Yep. We're almost done with the line art. Then we can get to painting. Kitty! Say hi. Meow? Okay. Okay. This is my orange boy. It's muchacho. Like, he's the typical orange cat. He's very crazy. But he's also really cuddly. He's like my special boy. He's very cuddly and affectionate. About their love languages. I think both of them are like very touchy starved. Turtle's hair. Especially Aki. Well, no, both are ridiculously touch starved, but yeah. I think like that's something that definitely would like matter in her relationship with them. I don't know. Like, I haven't thought it specifically of their love languages, but there was a tweet going around that was like the sixth love language is being an absolute menace or something like that. And I shared it and said that's Harumi. Absolutely. ¿Qué? ¿Qué? Estoy ocupado. There we go. Are you gonna behave? Are you gonna behave? Is that a yes or a no? That's a no. Alright. His face is so cute. He's the cutest. He's so handsome. He's the most pretty cat I've ever had. Mwah. He likes to bite, but like it's love bites. Oye. See how clingy and affectionate he is? I love that. He tried eating you. Yeah, basically. That's his love language. That's your love language, isn't it? What? You said you had a cat named Pioja. Of course, that is my baby. Like, Muchacho is my baby as well. Like, both are my cats. But Pioja is like, I don't know, my soulmate or something. That's Pioja. Oh, you can't see that. She's downstairs sleeping, most likely. She hasn't come up to look for me, so she's probably not interested at the moment. She's very like independent. She's not clingy like Muchacho. She's she can be very affectionate, but it's not an all-time thing. They do, but like you guys have to find out through the story because they also find out through the story. Muchacho, stop interrupting me. Yeah. Ya. Venga. Venga, ya venga. Does Harumi have cold hands? Yeah, I think he does. I absolutely think they're like Aki's always warm because he's like a healthy, active boy. So he's like warm all the time. And Harumi is like cold, like cold hands. Also, I get cold hands a lot, and it's awful. So I'm gonna make that Harumi's problem as well. Alright, so yeah, okay, same skin as always. ¿Recomiendas usar Clip Studio Paint? Yeah, I love Clip Studio Paint. I'm a huge bootlicker for Clip Studio Paint. It's so good. Oh, oops. So that's all the skin he's showing. I'm painting it orange because it's easier to see. Alright? And then I just fill it in with white. Alright, oh, this is white as well. What the heck? It paused by itself. Or maybe, oh, shoot. The playlist ended. Alright. You know what that means? Idol 7 time. Is this how Sushan? He has a picture of the rivalry. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly the concept. This is like the reality, not the reality, the expectation versus reality kind of situation. So it's like this is what their classmates like to think about when they think of them. Like, oh, you know, they're rivals and all that stuff. And the reality is this. And that's the reality. Like expectation versus reality. How do you pronounce Furanko? Like that, Furanko. I think someone asked earlier, and I just forgot to answer. It's because like that's my username because my last name is Franco. It's a common Spanish last name, and I kind of like turned it into how it would be pronounced in Japanese because I do a lot of anime and Japanese stuff. Would Haru look better smirking in that scene? No, because the smirking is something he does with Aki only. He looks angry mostly at school. Like that's his persona at school, right? So it's like smirking, like being smug and silly is like part of who he really is, not who he is at school. I'm still wondering how old is Aki's Vix is. She's 25 as well. This info actually, it doesn't really count as a spoiler, so I'm just gonna say it because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bring it up at some point in the story. What the heck is this? She and Daiki are fraternal twins. Like originally they weren't, but I decided to make them so relatively recently. Like I think it fits their theming much better. Like it makes their relationship and what's the word? The contrast between them makes it more interesting, right? Like two completely different children that were born at the same time had the same experiences, but turned out completely different. So, yeah, it's perfect for them. I agree. Originally, Daiki was going to be older than Akemi by 1 year or 2. But yeah, the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I like the idea of them being twins. Please take care of yourself. I do, I promise. That's why I go and pause here and there to not like overexert myself anymore. I used to. Much, much more back in the day. And I decided I will not do that anymore because it's really, really, really freaking bad for your health. Like, extremely. Especially mental health. It's crazy how my mental health has done a turnaround since I started taking more care of myself. Like, yeah, no dodgy. But it's like, it's my priority nowadays. Back in the day, working on this all the time was my priority because I'm slow and I have to make up for it and blah 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 blah. And that messed me up really, really, really bad. So I'm taking care of myself, don't worry. Like, I know there are artists that like can draw every single day and like all the freaking time, and or are more efficient, right? Like they draw less time per day, but they can get more done. Like, I know there are artists like that. I'm just not like that, and that's okay. Like, I've already accepted it. It's hard. It was hard to accept it. Especially as someone with like that used to be really, really used to have really low self esteem. I don't anymore. I think, at least. It's like, oh, why can't I be like others, like other Webtoon creators, that like can keep up with the production and be more active on top of that. I really used to beat myself up over that and try to make up for it by working even harder, and yeah, no, that was messed up. Had several mental breakdowns. And I decided that's not gonna be me anymore. I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to prioritize myself. It's fine if other artists can do it, like can produce more and still take care of themselves. I can't. That's okay. I know my limitations now. Uh-oh, gang. It's time for the medal. Ugh. It's fine. We can do this. I'm just gonna block it first. And then try not to KMS. Oof, el flow. I was a hip mic fan for the longest time, so I am dedicated to learning raps in Japanese. Are you guys talking about the not safe for work fic about our work home? That, like, the only one that we've gotten so far. Because, like, obviously I haven't touched it. However, I don't want to, like, criticize OP or something. Because, like, I was also 16 writing and reading not safe for work fanfics of my faves that were also 16. So I don't want to, like, it's not none of my business. Like, especially as an adult, like, I don't want to take part in any of the not safe for work adventures and headcanons and whatever, but, like, I was there once, you know? Like, if OP was an adult, which according to them they aren't, then it would be different, but... Jay, do Harumi and Aki have male suitors? Define male suitor, like men that have crushes on them or that, like, go after them, or the... Male students who have a crush on them. Definitely. I would say definitely, both of them. Maybe especially Aki, to be honest. He's very popular with the boys. Harumi is less popular with boys. Because he's, like, stuck up. Aki, on the other hand, is, like, very friendly all the time and, you know, bright and shiny and, like, loyal. I mean, no, there is homophobia, absolutely, in both Higas and Suja. Like, that's a huge thing, but it's obviously, like, secret crushes, you know. Like, if they're, like, the boys that like them will never, like, they'll take that secret to their deathbed. Someone asked, what do you think of Mezzo from A Hero Leash 7? I love them. And they're so colorful from Third Beat. It's extremely Aki and Harumi coded. I love it.